Hey, how are you? Welcome back on City Skyline 2 on the Seborga series. So, we are building the beautiful city of Seborga. As you can see, we already built two big things. We built this nice industrial port with a nice quarry and these cliffs that I really like. And back then you can see the first main episode as beautiful old city. This is my favorite build ever. You have to take a look at this if you didn't already, but yes, it's really beautiful. And then now we have to address the emptiness in the middle between the two builds. So that's where we will build the modern city of Seborga in only few steps. We will build firstly a train station, then commercial district, then the business center, and finally the old port. So without any further ado, let's go! So yes, I really wanted to start with this train station because that's something I really wanted to build since a long time. I'm living in the city of Rouen in France, and we have this kind of train station which is not really sunken into the ground, but as the city is on a hillside, you have like the train station that is flat when you come from the city center, but then the train tracks just lead right into a bridge, no, not into a bridge, into a tunnel, and then you have a road bridge going over the train tracks, and I really like this view, this where the way it's done, whatever. So I really wanted to try to reproduce this in City Skyline, so that was one of the things that I really wanted to do. So that's the first thing I've done. As you can see, I'm struggling with tunnel as every time. I know that yes, normally when you start from underground and then bring the track back outside of the tunnel, it's supposed to work better, but I think my head wasn't high enough, so yeah, whatever. So I built this nice Mediterranean train station because first it's very beautiful and it's the only one with a end track like this, and I really wanted that. And then I added some offices around because I think it makes sense to have offices around the train station. So that's what I've done just there. And here I'm doing it. I'm creating the bridge over the train tracks to create the view that I really wanted. So in fact, as always, YouTube is a lie. We are lying to you. So yes, I didn't really build the old city, then the port, the harbor, the industrial port, and then the city center. I kind of done everything at the same time. So here sometimes you will see back then some part of the old city and stuff like this, and I also spent a long time off camera to create like this roundabout that you can see here. I've done it off camera, and I also didn't build but put a lot of details so you can see some decors on the train stations that I did after, but I will show it to you during the live play at the end. So here, this is the main entrance of the city. So I don't know if it still makes sense. When I started to build this, I didn't have any idea about the scale of the city. I think that's one of the harder things, to just find the right scale of a city. And for me, it would be it was the entrance of the city, because you have the highway arriving right at this roundabout, the train station. So I thought that it was the entrance of the city, so that's why I build with low-rise buildings this commercial center, because it makes sense, at least in Europe. I don't know how is it in other countries, but as we're building a European city, it totally makes sense. But now that I finished the city center, maybe the city center is too big and this is too close from the city center, so I really don't know. But because it's a very hilly place, maybe that will still be the entrance of the city, just because you can't really build that much outside of that, except maybe for suburbs. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but yeah. And all the idea behind this build, it's also inspired by Perugia, a city near Lyon in France. And if you don't know it, you have to check it. It's really, really beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful and well-preserved old city in France. And what happened there, it's they started to build the old city up the hill, exactly like we did with the first main episode of the series, because that's where you will have the best view to defend yourself against enemies and stuff like this during the old time. But then when the train arrived in the 19th century, it wasn't possible to make the train climb up the hill, so they kind of rebuilt a new city down the old city, so the flat part. And for me, that's what happened here in Seborga. You had the old city fortified, so it was hard to make it grow because of the walls all around, and you couldn't bring the trains up there, so they started to build the city down the hill by the sea. So that's for me, it makes sense. So that's what I tried to mimic here. So then, talking about the build, right now I'm putting the main services because they are huge. They are very, very big buildings. So if you don't do that first, after you can be just, it can be a struggle to find space for it. So I've started to build it. I just made a mistake because the big round buildings that I purchased there, I thought it was an hospital, but I didn't pay attention. It wasn't an hospital. It was a medical research center, disease center, something like this. So I don't know. I know it helps with health issues and stuff like this, but it's not properly. It's not a real hospital. So off camera I put a real hospital just in front of the medical research, and of course the morgue just by the side, because hey, sometimes research don't go well. So yes, that's it. So here I'm putting a stadium, a football pitch that I still didn't detail. I don't know if it will be like a big stadium or just a little football pitch, but I didn't add any on the island of Elba, on the whole island. So for me, it didn't really make sense to have no football pitch in a European city. So I put this one, and I put a university up the train station. And now I'm building the Skyline. I know that's the first Skyline ever I'm building in the game named City Skyline. So yeah, that's the first one for me, but I'm quite happy with that. I've cheated once again. I just stick multiple buildings together to try to have different shapes and make it more interesting and have more jobs, because I still struggling with jobs, so I wanted a lot of offices in my city. And then yes, it just like this, just searching for buildings that could make sense there and digging the hill like they probably do in real life. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the result, because I think in the next episodes I will try to work with the hill around the city center, because all the city center is flat, stuck between the old city and the industrial port and the train station. But then after I will start to build on the hills, like some neighbors, some suburbs, stuff like this. And that's what I really how do you say that, I'm really interested to do this build, even if I think that building suburbs, it's most of the time very repetitive and boring. But here, as it will really make the city a multi-story city with a hill, I think it will make it very interesting, because you will have some views on the city center, on the old city, on the harbor, and stuff like this. So I think it can be very interesting. I'm just very sad that we don't have any cable cars, because I would love to have a cable car. So I'm thinking about using a tramway to create like a false cable car to go up the hill, but I don't know if I have the space for this. I've just started to think about that, but we'll see. So now, as you can see, I've built most of the skyline, and now I'm just filling the gaps. So I'm just looking for small commercial buildings because I know I need commercials, and I think it makes sense to have also commercial in a business center like this. And then it's like most of the detailing session is like extending and changing the surfaces. I struggle a lot finding the right surfaces. At the end, I think I found the ones that I like, that I put in different places to have like kind of an aesthetics going all over the city center. But yeah, that's it, just filling the gaps, surfaces, some walkway, some a lot of bushes, trees, flowers. You will see it in a few minutes. It's not over detailed. I prefer to have like a city that is nice as a whole, but not spending too much time doing just one place. Here you see I've just struggled with the colors of these props of the fences by the wall, by the path. I don't know if there is a way to choose the colors, because every time you draw a new net line, it just change color randomly. So if you want the same net line going all over with the same color, I have no idea how you're supposed to do that. So if you know, just let me know. It will help me so much. That's it. Yeah, so here I created a square that I will detail, I think at the end, or right now, I don't remember. I think at the end of the episode I'm doing that. And here I found the right surface that I like, so I've put it in different places because I like it. And then some trees, like always. It's the best to make it look finished. So yes. So I'm quite happy with this train station, the Mediterranean style, the square in front of that, the roundabout in front of the main square of the train station, because it gives like a perspective, a view. You can just walk all along this to the beach that I will create later on. So yeah, I think it's a nice build, it's a nice fit for this city. So still more surfaces as always. I don't know, so I know not many people are seeing the video, but if you are, and if you are yourself a builder, I would be very curious to know if you what part you prefer in buildings. Do you like detailing like this, putting surfaces, trees, rocks, whatever props, or do you prefer, I don't know, road layouts or finding the right building and stuff like this? Because for me the most interesting part is really the building of the city, in terms of building the roads and finding the main buildings, because that's when I think about the history of the city, how it was built. As I said, yeah, the old city was built a long time ago, probably during the 10th century, I would say. And then in the 19th century, the trains came and they started to build the city center that I'm building right now. Then it has been modernized because this is the city center of the business center of the city. Then the new harbor has been built during the 19th century too, to accommodate bigger boats and stuff like this. So yeah, I'm really thinking a lot about the lore of my city when I'm building it, and that's what I find really interesting. But then doing the details like this, for me it's a bit boring. I mean, I don't know, I like it. I like it when I put like coffee table and stuff like this, imagining myself going there for a drink, living in the city. But yeah, it's a bit repetitive to me, so it's not my favorite part. Maybe that's why I'm underdoing it sometimes. So I'm really curious about what you guys thinks about that. What do you prefer? Even as watcher, when you watch a video, which part do you prefer? Do you like people telling stories about their city, or seeing them detailing, or really just the men creating the bones of the city, putting the men's things. I don't know. I'm very curious about that. So yes, just let me know. That's something I wanted to say, but I forgot. I'm recording live. I just made the montage, the editing of the footage of me building the city, and then I'm doing a voiceover, and so I'm improvising with my bad English. That's why sometimes it's sketchy. And I thought about something very interesting to say. So interesting. You would have loved it. And I forgot. No, probably not something important. But yes, whatever. But yeah, this episode is quite long. Once again, I didn't really done it at one time. I've started to build the train station and commercial district before having done the old district that I've released in the first main episode. Then I've built the port, and at the same time I was building the port, I was developing the business center and a bit of the old port, and I put the main services way before because I needed services for my city to work even while I was building it. So yes, I don't know what you think about that, but yes, I'm spending quite a long time on the editing, try to make sense of what I've done and to organize it, but in real life it's not organized like this. So yeah, I don't know if it was the time I'm spending doing this, or if I could just put like or like it was one live play without just trying to make sense of what I'm doing. I don't know. Once again, I don't know what you're interested in. I don't know if you prefer to see like one whole build like this, a city center, and really focusing on that, or if you wouldn't mind to have starting to build the port, starting many projects at the same time, and improving each project at the same time, but not starting one and finishing one in one episode. I don't know. Me, I think I prefer when I watch something to see something start and finished in the same episode, because it helps just to, I don't know, to understand better the city. But once again, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just doing this for fun, and that's like my fifth video or something like this about City Skyline on this channel. So it's just really for fun. I have no idea if I will continue. It will depend if I'm inspired by the builds, if there are stuff that I want to build. I know that will be at least 1, 2, maybe 3 more episodes, because thanks to a suggestion, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. I'm really bad with name, but someone suggests that I build a tramway, and I really like the idea. So indeed, I already built one tramway line going from the port to the old city. So this will be probably a short episode. I would like to build a second line, but I will see when I will have more developed city. And then I need and not I want. I need to build what I call Seborga Nuevo, which is between the old port and the old city. So I need to find something to stitch these two districts together, and I still don't know what I will do. So maybe it will be one episode and then some suburbs to the complete city. Just to talk about what I'm doing on screen, I just squeezed 2 commercial buildings inside the office and some tables to make the city center more light, because when you have a huge square like this, of course you will have coffee shop and business and commercial buildings and stuff like this. So yeah, I created this. So this kind of square, I like it. I've put a lot of coffee shop. I'm just sad that they are not working for real. I would love to see people coming on this space and taking a drink and stuff like this. Yeah, I would love if there was an asset like this, like a working coffee table. That could exist. Maybe when we'll have an asset editor. I'm still hoping for asset editor and some stuff like this that are missing. And yeah, still talking about the episodes. I think I would love if I manage to, but I really don't know how I can do that. But yes, as I said, like kind of a cable car going up a hill from the city center and going maybe to an old castle and something like this. But yes, working with props, it's really hard, and we just have one asset with ruins of an old medieval castle, and I already put this one in the main city, or at least what was the main city of the islands, the city of Panoli. There is an episode about this one where I'm doing a guided tour of the city of Panoli, so you can check it if you want to see what the castle looks like. And there is one more castle, but I never download it, and I don't know, I'm not sure I like it. So I don't know if I build a castle, a cable car, and I don't have a castle to put on top of the hill. Where will the cable car go? What will be up the hill? I have no idea. I don't know. So now that I mostly finished the business center, I'm building the old port, and I was really not inspired for this one. I struggled a lot. I knew that I would use urban promenade building. That's the one you will see it. Yes, on the right. With green on the roof. Because in my mind it would have been modernized and gentrified, so you will have this kind of build, but I still wanted kind of old houses, old stuff to show that it was a port, that it is a port since a long time, but I really didn't find anything fitting there, so I've tried a lot of things like this. You see, I've just put one old building, a park, and I don't even know what is the other thing, but I hate it. I've ended up replacing it with higher building, but I still don't like it, so I don't know what I will do here. And here one more struggle with the new key that were released in June. I don't know, but it's okay to build a large key at this height. But then I just can't stick the small key to that. The small key are higher up for some reasons, and I don't know, so I had to raise everything. I have no idea why. It's weird, because for me then it's too high. But yeah, whatever. And then I downloaded the two boats pack that are made from different props. It's nice. I'm still waiting for real boats, but waiting for them, it's nice. Thank you for the guy who created these packs. So here I think that's the last bits, if I'm correct. So I'm just building the last part of the port. Once again, I've struggled a lot. I've edited it. I don't know. I've cut hours and hours because I just really struggle finding the right buildings every time. So here I'm just showing to you that as it was easy, as if I knew which building I will put where. But in fact, I scrolled for hours and hours on all the buildings, trying every one of them at each place to know which one should go there. And yeah, that was a real struggle. But the result it's still nice, I think. So at least I like it, except for this corner of the old port. But yeah, maybe that will be a whole episode. A whole episode just on this, trying to fix it. I don't know. We'll see. So yes, here is. I'm quite sure it's the last part. I put some Japanese building because I just download the Japanese pack. I didn't have it before, so that's nice to have some new buildings, because I was starting to put the same one over and over. This one didn't work, I don't know why, so I've got the smaller version and it works. So I don't know if it's a bug or if because I was trying to put them on the side like this on an angle. But yeah, whatever, the small one are working even better, so I'm happy. Oh no, it's not quite the end. I just have to build this part of the port, and then I build, you will see it in a few seconds, I guess, few minutes. I build a walkway towards the top of the old city, because I thought it was really important to have a walk from the old port to the old city, because it would have existed in the past, and for touristic reasons it's important. So I built it just I think after I'm done with this part of the old port. But yeah, that was a very long build, so I can say for the port I know that I spent maybe 6-7 hours or something like this. For the old city something almost the same, but here it's way more. But I can say, because as I told you, I've done a lot of camera, and I've just built it at the same time I was building some other stuff, so I don't even have all the footage, so I have no idea. But yeah, it was way longer than all of my other builds. So yes, here I'm building the path to the top of the old city, and yeah, that's I don't know, that's detail. It's something that you won't really see, but it's something that I really like, because that's the kind of thing that I can imagine myself arriving in the city as a tourist, and in the old port, by the train station, going to the old port, maybe being a little bit disappointed because the old port is not that beautiful. I would have been expecting something more beautiful. And then I would have found the path and go up the hill, and then I would have seen Notre Dame, the cathedral, and all the old city, and I would have loved it with the view on the city and stuff like this. So yes, I love to imagine myself doing this kind of stuff, and that's what I like when the city is mostly built like this, just to imagine this kind of story and adding this kind of details. So yes, the coffee, the paths, some park and stuff like this. So that's where detailing takes sense from. So yes, here we are kind of done, just putting some boats, but this time I promise this is the end. So yes, a very long build, a struggling one, but I'm so happy that it's done. I will give you a very quick tour just at the end, just for you to see the city as a whole, see what it looks like, and I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it. What do you think? Yes, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But yeah, I'm happy. It's fun. And yeah, I wanted to say thank you to the people that are seeing the videos, watching the video, especially the ones that I sing it on the entire video, not stopping this. I'm very curious. I know I can spend hours and hours watching videos because I love it. But yeah, thank you very much. And now let's go for a tour. And here we are. We have a city as a whole almost. I'm really happy about that, because now it makes sense. You have the old district on the right, once again one of the main episodes, and now from this you have a nice view on the more modern city, with just there the old port that once again I don't like much, and I will probably redo it once again. Sorry, I moved in the wrong place. So yes, yeah, the layout of the key for the boats is weird. I'm okay with the urban promenade buildings, even if maybe I should choose other colors, but yeah, why not? I'm happy about the thing behind by the cliff, why not? Maybe this building is okay, but this doesn't work at all, so I think I will just destroy this little square and redo everything there. I don't know. If you have any idea, or if you have any opinions on this, just let me know. I will be happy. There you have the hospital with an office just by the side. So the hospital is a green one, of course, there. Then you have the medical research center, disease center, something like this, with the helipad behind, and the morgue, the funerarium, the crematorium, of course, because yes, if it didn't work, the research didn't work or the hospital didn't work, you're not far from your last. Okay, no, it's too sad. I won't talk about that. Anyway, okay, and then you have the city center, the business center with the train station, and you can see the tramway. That will be the next episode, I guess. But yes, here you have a spoil. You see the tramway. But yes, I really like this Mediterranean style train station, and this one was quite well detailed, with some murals, some graffitis. Of course, I'm happy because I have many people taking the trains to other cities, and there you have so the roads going above the train tracks, and there nothing is done, but all of there will be suburbs or buildings like these ones. But yes, I'm looking for this kind of vibes around the train tracks, so a lot of graffitis and trash, and maybe I should put some tents for homeless people and stuff like this. But yes, I don't know, I like this kind of space in urban development. I think it's always really interesting. Here you have the commercial district, so for me it makes sense as it will be the main entrance of the city. It won't have much before this roundabout. You will have stuff there on the right, like suburbs or yes, people living there. But yes, it will be the main entrance. And the stadium that I will detail. I don't know if I will create like a big stadium or just a football pitch like this. I don't know. Then you have a park there in the middle. I don't have any background stories or anything about that. If you have any ideas, I'm happy to hear it. And then the real business center, the skylines of the city. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I didn't want anything too high because we are still in Europe. We are on a highland, so it doesn't make sense to have very, very high buildings. We are not in the US. So I think that's the right size. It's even maybe a bit too tall, but I'm fine with that. And of course, the industrial port, which is still there, just behind with the wreck that I like. Even if nobody's seen this episode, you should have. It's nice. But yes, whatever. So that's it. That's the city with the beach in the city center, some leisure place. You have a restaurant there, very gastronomic, very modern restaurant, very nice. Then the plage, the beach, another nice restaurant here. So yeah, I like it. I would love if I was living in this city. Going to the beach in the city center, I guess it would be nice. So yes, what do you think about this, to have a city as a whole that makes sense, that starts to make sense? So yes, we are missing this part, Seborga Nueva. Oh, okay. I need to build something, so I've just started to put some building there, but I don't know what it will really looks like, probably just like this. But yes, I need to fill this part of the city. I need to detail this part with the football pitch, and then to build some suburbs in this area all around there. And then the city will be mostly done. Then we can extend it, we can build other stuff, but yes, that will be the main core of the city. So probably 2, 3, 4 more episodes if I keep doing episodes. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So now it is officially, I think, the larger and most important city on the island, because before it was Panoli, but Panoli didn't have really modern part, business center. So yeah, they didn't develop that much. They stick to the old time being a protected city for tourists. Because we have this in Europe, just protecting all buildings, patrimonial and stuff like this, so they kind of stay stuck because of that. But Seborga could develop because it was in the past not such a big city. It was just the old city, and it developed in the 19th century thanks to the train station in a new part. So that's why we have this kind of look for this city, very different of the Panoli city. And that's what I love about this island. So I will probably upload this on the products mods website. Sorry. So if you want to download it, you can. If you want to take a look, because each city has a different history, so a different look. So I think it's really interesting. But whatever. So yes, here we are. I won't take any more of your time. Thank you very much for the crazy people who watch it till the end. That's still very nice and means a lot to me. So just subscribe and give a like or comments just for me to know that you like it. If you don't, that's sad, but I will still do maybe a few more episodes because I still like it myself. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. I wish you a very nice day and see you around. Bye.